Hello, Aisha, and welcome to Xperienceships. We are happy to have you here.
Hi, Andrea. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
So we have the three questions we ask all our guests, and we've had very different answers, and I'm sure yours will be as interesting as your previous answers in this interview. So let's go straight to the question. What does the future of work look like, in your opinion, or in your sector?
Okay. Well, let's go for the future of work in general, not industry specific, because I think it's important to to highlight that nobody really knows, right? So this is very much my opinion, but I think there are two main things that anybody who's going to be successful in the future of work moving forward is going to have to understand. And these are machines and people. You Everyone who is literate in machines and humans will be successful. And what do I mean by this? I mean that you need to understand the technology that's operating in your space, and you need to understand how to communicate effectively with people, how to empathize with people, whether they're from a different culture, a different language, whatever the case may be. I think those are going to be the two main factors defining success in the future of work.
Awesome. Snappy. Quick. Boom. On point. Thank you very much. So you kind of think you answered the second one, but maybe you can elaborate because how do you think we can better prepare ourselves for 21st century careers?
Great question. And we spoke a little bit about this earlier, but I think the main way that we can prepare ourselves better for 21st century careers is by exercising what are traditionally called soft skills. Although this is a misnomer because there's nothing soft about them. They're actually quite hard to exercise, quite hard to master. So when I say soft skills, the ones that I think are going to be most critical are things like creativity, critical thinking, empathy, right, which will help you then in your communication with other people, and attention to detail. So anything that you can do to really master these skills is going to help you in a 21st century career.
Thank you very much. And one last question, and this is kind of like more personal question. Mm-hmm. So I know that you're happy where you are professionally, and you had a very interesting career so far. But if you were to start your career exploration again, what would you do differently?
So, well, when I started my career exploration, it was a different time, a different era. I mean, I'm not that old, but I'm kind of old. So if I were starting again today, I would probably do something much more tech heavy. I do a lot more exploration there, and I wouldn't specialize. I wouldn't even try to specialize. I think that the next century belongs to generalists. I think the more you know about a variety of different things and how those things interconnect, I think that's going to be the best career exploration. It's important to be T-shaped, what we call T-shaped people, where you have depth of knowledge, right, which is kind of the torso. You have depth of knowledge in some areas, but you have a broad understanding of a lot of different areas, which is the shoulders, right? And I think, if I were starting over, that's probably what I would do. I'd have a large tech focus, which I didn't when I started out in my day. But I think it's also important to recognize that it's not so much the what you're learning, but the that you're learning, right? It's less important what you're exploring, and it's more important that you're exploring. If the exploration is taking place and you're conscious that you're learning and you're learning continually, the knowledge is always there with you. So
I will stick with it's not important what you're exploring, but that you are exploring and that you are aware of that. And that's what we aim to do at Xperienceships, is get the people the habit of exploring at all times during your career, because you might be doing this now and in the future. We don't know what you're going to be doing, but as long as you are open and you keep exploring possibilities, you will learn from that, and acknowledging that learning, it's already a huge step. Thank you very much for your time, Aisha. It's been great seeing you here and sharing your knowledge. And And I'm sure our audience will appreciate your insight and idea.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Until next time.
Bye.